Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of SportsPoint, brought to you by Pointer Studios. I am your host, Jacob Spoerl, and, we started off this episode doing a bit, the transition from Ben, who did a great job making a chaotic episode last week when I was in LA. I'm back. I'm back from Los Angeles. However, when we recorded the episode that you will see for the rest of this episode, the first half of it didn't go so well. Not anything bad. It was just some technical difficulties. So we're actually recording this 2 days later because this is usually when I edit. Because I feel bad, we're missing some footage. I'm going to do something. I might regret it. Ben, pick a number 1 through 5. Ben's in the fishbowl helping me out for this part. 3. Okay. I don't know how long this has been here. This has been here before I was employed here, so at least 2 years. We're going to drink it. Oh my gosh. Oh. On with the episode. And in Superior, with a tough place to play, Point came up with the upset victory, winning 2-1. So they are going to the WIAC semifinals this weekend, taking on their rivals, UW Stout, the Blue Devils, who did not sweep them this year. They did not. The third game, Point beat Stout, that was a game that we covered here on the channel.
I think we can get it done again.
I think
Definitely.
so. Obviously, it's our biggest rival because it's the team that we're the most physical with. One of the games this season, Alex Proctor literally tackled one of their players after a goal was scored. That's just something you don't see very often, at least for the Pointers. So it's a big game this weekend. I believe it is Saturday. Do you have any thoughts you have about the Pointers men's hockey squad?
If they can compete like they did against Superior last Saturday, I think they can get it done again and pull off another upset.
Yeah, I agree. So, it's 12th ranked, UW Stout, by the way. For a while, they were 15th ranked nationally, even the last time we played them. They didn't really move up until very recently, so they've jumped up in the standings nationally. They are now number 12th ranked. It's going to be in Menominee, Wisconsin, this Saturday, February 28th, this Saturday at 7:30 p.m. in Menominee, Wisconsin. That'll be huge because if we win, we will be going to the WIAC finals, something that we did not do last year. We lost in the semifinals to Eau Claire. And I think it is, I think the finals game is Eau Claire and River Falls, I believe. So we'll see how that winds up, but that is all I've got. Congrats to men's hockey for winning this weekend. Let's take the semis.
Yes, sir.
What do you got, Cole?
So for us, for my campus sport, I did UWSP men's basketball. They were able to beat UW Oshkosh 71-67 on Saturday, taking home the number 2 seed in the WIAC tournament. Josiah Butler had 23 points, Isaiah Moore with 13 points. But the real downfall.
Yeah, he was getting heated before the show, so get into it. Unload, man.
We lost to UW Whitewater last Wednesday, 80-70. We lose our unbeaten home record. Absolutely terrible performance by the Pointers. Terrible defense, could not get a shot to go on offense. Whitewater was 52% from the three-point line. We were 33.
Whew.
And the turnover margin, they just stopped counting the turnovers for the Pointers. They had 11 for the longest time. I bet you they just stopped counting them because there were so many.
Dang.
It was awful. Josiah Butler had 28 points. Props to him for trying to keep us in this game. But this was not the same Pointer team that beat La Crosse that Saturday before.
How many points did Josiah
28.
have? 28? Dang. They still lost?
They still lost. And it's not the same Pointer team that we saw beat La Crosse 97-75 the Saturday before.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to them. I think they came and think they were going to wipe the floor with Whitewater. And Whitewater, you never underestimate a WIAC team.
No, especially those dang Warhawks. And here's the thing, too, right? They went 10-0 at home, 11-0 at home. Something the Pointers have not, something I've never seen being here. So they were going to lose at some point. However, they had so much steam, and it was just the game that they really shouldn't have lost. Not in the sense of they were the better team, but it was just what it would do to their standings. Obviously, the second seed.
I think losing River Falls by 1 point also really hurt their
standings.
Morale. Yeah,
but they whooped UW La Crosse, and they did pretty well against Platteville one of the recent times. They did well against some recent WIAC teams and recent WIAC games. But that one was a big blow. Dang Warhawks. However, second seed. What does
We got
that
a home
mean for
game on
us?
Thursday. Depends on who wins between the 3 and the 6 seed, 4 and the 5. Whatever seeds the higher seed, point gets to play.
Which team would you want the least to play?
Team that I want to play, probably lacrosse, because you never know with Platteville. But also lacrosse could also come out of nowhere, too.
Okay.
We'll see.
I don't know. The only WIAC teams I've seen us play were Eau Claire. I think we played River Falls when I was here. But yeah, I haven't seen us play a ton of WIAC teams, mostly the non-conference. What are you thinking?
I think we can take it home. If we can perform like we did against lacrosse, we can win.
Give me the dogs!
Please.
All right, that'll do us in for the 3-Point Tri-Campus Roundup. Once again, brought to you by Point Brewery. Thank you for this flavor of the month, Concord Grape. Thank you also to sponsoring this segment as well as this episode. That'll move us on to the Winter Olympics update. As of recording, last night were the closing ceremonies, meaning, yes, the Winter Olympics in Milan and in Italy they came to a close. So it was overall a great tournament. It was the most I've probably ever paid attention to the Olympics. I'm a big team sport guy, and I personally feel like you don't see a lot of that. And it's not anyone's fault. I think the Winter and Summer Olympics are both very interesting. They're just not my personal cup of tea all the time.
That's fair.
I was waiting for women's and men's hockey because that's team sport, and it's the best of the best. Best of the best in the world. So we're going to go into all the totals here in a minute. But of course, I'm going to reiterate, men's and women's hockey for the United States both beat Canada in the final round in overtime to win the gold medal. I think it's been I don't know if it's the first time ever that women's and men's won.
It is the first time ever that both of them
It
won.
is. So it is the first time ever that both the the women's and the men's hockey teams won in the same year. I believe the last time the women's won was 2018, so not too long ago. The last time the men's did was the notorious 1980 Miracle on Ice, where it was the first time ever that we really got to see American-born players compete in a professional and extremely professional level in hockey. It was specifically against the USSR, so very, very big deal. Obviously, yesterday's win wasn't nearly as historic or momentous, but it was still an incredibly huge deal. I mean, I'm not the biggest hockey fan, but I knew like half the players. Like I know Dylan Larkin. Reagan, you're a Red Wings fan. I know Jack Hughes because I had a friend who had a crush on him, and I know his brother Quinn. So it was really cool to see players that I know, even though I am a sports guy. Like it's not like the NFL or the NBA or even the MLB for me. But it was still really cool seeing the United States represented. And just,
and it was cool seeing Johnny Gaudreau get honored too.
Oh my gosh.
That was awesome.
I got that.
2 players went out and grabbed his kids for a team picture at the end. That was awesome.
Yeah, so for folks that don't know, Johnny Hockey or Johnny Gaudreau, he was last on, I know he was on the Flames. Oh, was he last on, I think he was the last on the Blue Jackets. But he and his brother passed away tragically 2 years ago in a car accident. And he was on the United States men's hockey team for the Olympics. So it is so cool that not only his jersey was flown during the team picture, but also his kids were both on the ice celebrating with the Olympics winning team. That is so awesome. For women's hockey, Hillary Knight scored the game-winning goal in overtime, and it was a shorthanded goal. Like, that is insane. She's a defenseman. Scoring the game-winning goal, like that is such a cool story. And for men's hockey, I already mentioned it. Jack Hughes scored the game-winning goal.
Don't forget about the 3-on-5 power play that Canadians had on him, and we'd stopped him.
I know. So I mentioned that earlier with Hellebuck. Like both goalie performances were sensational for both men's and women's. And Hellebuck, I mean, having that defense on a 3-and-5, like you were at a major disadvantage, and you still ensure that they don't score. Like that, he was almost perfect on power play. I think it was the power play in the final 2 minutes of the second period that was Canada's only goal. Great job all around. I also want to mention the final medal leaders for the countries. Do you know which country took first place in total medals as well as total gold medals?
Well, if I were to guess, I would have said the U.S., but looking at it here, I was not surprised, but not surprised.
Yeah, Norway dominated this year's Winter Olympics. They had 41 total total medals, which is the most by far. They had 18 gold medals, the most by far. 12 silver, 11 bronze. The United States were second with total medals with 33. They also were second in gold with 12. They also had 12 silver, 9
I was
bronze.
surprised by the third place one, though, to be honest.
Yeah, Italy was not top 7 for a while when I was looking at it. But Italy winds up in third place. On l'Italie! I love me so. I've been to Italy. That is an inside joke because I never talk about it. But yeah, Italy ended up with 30 total medals, 10 gold, 6 silver, and 14 bronze. And I actually have the final list of all the placers. I was surprised because for a while Japan was towards the top.
Really?
Yeah, Japan winds up in 5th, Germany 4th. Some other notable mentions. Canada got, let me see, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. They were 8th. Canada wound up
Could have been higher, but
yeah,
stuff happened.
Finland wound up pretty low down there. Yeah, I mean, it was still amazing for all these teams and athletes to compete. Something of note for the United States, 9 of the 12 Olympians that won gold medals were women. That is absolutely insane feat. Also, Layla Edwards becomes the first black woman to play for the United States hockey team and also becomes the first one to win a gold medal. Like, just a lot of really awesome milestones that were achieved this year. And even though I'm not the biggest Olympian person, you got to acknowledge all these great things. I'm trying to look at anything else from the Olympics that I kind of missed. But I actually woke up and I woke up. I went to bed like the night before that game at like 3 a.m. and I woke up at 7 a.m. to watch that game for the United States. It was awesome. Do you have any thoughts on the Olympics or any of these final results? Obviously, Norway, congrats. They, again, dominated, and they were number 1 pretty much the entire Olympics.
No final thoughts, but congrats to both. Everybody who won a gold medal, especially to the men's, women's hockey team.
Yeah.
Making history.
Yeah. Let's bring beatboxing back for the Summer Olympics so I can compete.
All right, you got it. Show us something right now.
Yeah.
Come on.
You saw me flossing before.
You could beatbox, though.
Oh, did I say beatboxing? I meant breakdancing.
Oh.
I don't think beatboxing is an Olympic sport. That was my bad. For this next little segment, I want to do something fun. Obviously, hockey's been talked about the most I've ever heard it in national media. Not to say that the NHL is irrelevant. It is still one of the big 4 sports represented, not only in North America, specifically in Canada, it's number 1. But the United States, it's around the top 4. Top 5. However, with men's hockey competing in the postseason, obviously both United States men's and women's teams winning the gold medal, I felt a little messed out. You know, like, why can't Wisconsin have an NHL team? So we're going to spend the next couple minutes inventing our own Wisconsin NHL team. We are going to pitch this to the NHL, and if it does not happen, we riot. Right, guys?
Sure.
Yeah, there we go. All right. So, Cole, have you ever thought about Wisconsin, needing an NHL team before?
I've thought about it. I've been to a Gamblers game. I've been to a couple hockey games here and there, but, I've never grown up as an avid hockey fan.
Yeah. The Milwaukee Admirals are a somewhat big deal. I mean, obviously, you got the Bucks and the Brewers.
I think Milwaukee is the most logistical location for a big market.
So, yeah, we're going to get that out of the way first, I guess, is the location of the team. I think there's really only 2 viable options in the state of Wisconsin. As cool as Green Bay is, and obviously for being a small town and being the smallest professional sports market in the United States, it's all Packers. And again, there's a pretty decent population size, but I don't know if it would be enough to support an NHL fan base. Now, again, the Buffalo Sabres do exist. I know they have some Canadian draw as well. But yeah, I feel like realistically it's only between the cities of Milwaukee and Madison. And it's kind of difficult because obviously Milwaukee is the most populated city in the state of Wisconsin. But they also have had their competition with the Bucks and, the Brewers both being pretty lower cap space teams, but also teams that have just a smaller sports market. But without Giannis, I mean, the Bucks would have probably moved out of Milwaukee by now, and the Brewers have been hanging on by a thread to stay in Milwaukee. So Madison, maybe. But let's be honest. Madison's a college town.
It is a college town.
If the University of Wisconsin was not in Madison, it would be smaller. I don't know, smaller than Appleton. And for the state of Wisconsin, Appleton's like kind of a big deal. But to any other state ever, Appleton's like just somewhere that exists. There's really nothing there. So sorry to crap on Appleton. I wasn't trying to. I got a thumbs down from Ben.
I like that.
Yeah, but Appleton's cool. I'm just saying it's not big enough to sustain a professional sports market. So even though I was just kind of giving some reasons for not Milwaukee, if there has to be one in the state of Wisconsin, it's got to be Milwaukee. Yeah. So I agree with this. We got to think of a name though. So in my sport event marketing class in seventh grade, junior year, I don't know, that's pretty big. It's a pretty big gap. I said the Milwaukee Muskies. I know, Reagan, you said you did that in a class too.
I like that.
Like, yeah, you got the alliteration. You're expanding the fishing market. There's a ton of lakes and rivers in the state of Wisconsin. You know, the other fish, if there was another fish, if we wanted to stick with the fish, I was thinking sturgeons, even though that's more like Lake Michigan's deal, which obviously Michigan. But the Milwaukee Sturgeons, like, I don't know. That still feels kind of minor league. You could do something about hunters because it's a big hunter market, but I don't know. The Milwaukee Hunters sounds, again, pretty
basic. We want to kind of stick out. I think if it's in Milwaukee, we can reference the Cream City look. So we could do like the Milwaukee Dairy. Milwaukee Dairy, that's crazy.
I don't know. Do you guys have any ideas? For yeah, what? Milwaukee cheese curds. I like Milwaukee curds, but that kind of sounds like. I mean, yeah, it kind of sounds like turds.
I feel like the Brewers, obviously, Milwaukee's known for its brewing businesses. Like that makes sense.
Should we tie that in?
Maybe.
Milwaukee ale carriers. There's no ale is not a big market. Like Milwaukee Lager.
Dispensaries. I don't know.
Milwaukee Barrels.
There we go.
I kind of like that.
The barrels?
The Milwaukee Barrels. How does that sound? Milwaukee Barrels?
No. Okay.
I gotta know. We gotta have some. If you think which one?
Or do you think the Fox Cities in general?
We're moving on. We already picked Milwaukee.
It is.
It is population size, but we already got rid of Green Bay. All right, so we think Muskies. Sturgeon? I kind of like that.
I do too. But it can't be sturgeons. It just has to be sturgeon. Like
the Milwaukee Sturgeon with an N?
Sturgeons just doesn't sound right.
So I think there is like a big fish. I mean, Manitowich Waters, like it's all fishing up there. I know it's the middle of nowhere, but like I feel like everywhere is fishing in the state of Wisconsin. Like I feel like.
But if we're talking muskies, you're gonna have to go northwest. Like Milwaukee's known for the Lake Michigan fishing.
Yes, you can find lake sturgeon in the Milwaukee area, specifically in the Milwaukee River. Come on. The Milwaukee Sturgeons.
Yeah, but sturgeon aren't known to be around Milwaukee. Like, yeah, they say that you can find them there, but like sturgeon spearing's big in Appleton. And like that.
Why are we all fighting for Appleton now? What's going on?
I'm kind of in the middle of you guys right now.
Okay,
it's
so
weird.
we have to stake our claims. I think I can stick with Appleton. We just need to. Do we think that we can build a stadium that's like? They're not even listening. Do you think we can build a stadium in Appleton that would be like NHL quality?
Destroy the convention center. Yep.
All right, we're destroying the convention center. We are officially
the Appleton. What are our colors?
Our colors?
I think we need to have gray. Like gray needs to be like part of it because that's what the color sturgeon is.
I think navy blue should be part of it. Can we incorporate a little green? Every team in Wisconsin has some sort of green. Even the Brewers, their entire stadium is green seats. It doesn't necessarily be part of the jerseys. Green. We're gonna do navy blue and green. Appleton muskie or sturgeon.
I like Fox City sturgeon because like.
All right, we're gonna be Fox City sturgeon. I like that.
That rolls off the tongue better. And like the greater Fox Cities area is.
The only problem with that there's inherently two animals referenced in that name, and I feel like for marketing purposes that might get confusing. Because it's a fox, and Fox City's into the sturgeon.
after the Fox River and like the Valley.
We'll do the Fox City Sturgeon for now as a backup. It's the Milwaukee Sturgeon, and we'll just move them. They'll go back and forth.
We'll definitely go back.
That's
and
what
forth.
the Packers used to do. They used to go back and forth between County Stadium and Milwaukee, and then Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Colors are officially navy blue, gray, and green.
Navy
not
blue.
Yep. Yeah, I said navy. And yeah, that's all we've got. So that's our hockey team. Alex Proctor, you are the official goalie for either the Fox City Sturgeon or the Milwaukee Sturgeon.
Don't even need to go through the draft, dude. We're just signing you.
Huh?
We're just signing him.
Yeah, it's kind of what the Ravens did a little bit when they got introduced to Baltimore. But they did have a draft. They just got like some really good picks. Yeah, that's all we've got. That's our official hockey team. Liam, thank you for making the logo. We'll see if he does.
We'll see if he does.
All right, then on to the MLB update. Just really short. Spring training has officially begun for MLB. We are under 50 days away from the regular season beginning for Major League Baseball. And Pete Crow Armstrong has 0 hits so far as the time of recording. I think he's appeared in like 4 games or whatever,
Get
3
ready
games.
for a potential holdout, too, by the way.
You think that's happening this year?
Talking about it on Attack the Mac last Wednesday, I think it's very possible.
I don't know about this season, but I think next season it could be a reality. But yeah, I mean, do we have any expectations for the Brewers or for any other teams? Obviously, the Dodgers are going to three-peat, and that's why we're not going to have baseball in 2027.
I think we still make the playoffs, still win the NL Central, but
yeah.
unfortunately, I don't think it's going to pan our way again because the Dodgers are just.
I'm never
the
going to
Dodgers.
expect the World Series of the Brewers unless it seems like highly. There's only 2 seasons where I've like seen it as a possibility. It was 2018 and this past season.
Yeah.
Anyway, not to be doom and gloom, but it's just the way the market, or not the market. Cap salary, cap space. Now on to the NFL update. Cole, do you know what starts this Thursday, February 26th, which is actually starting before this episode is out?
The Combine.
Yeah, the NFL Combine. Did you watch the episode last year where we did a mock Combine?
I did. A little bit. Like, I watched the Combine highlights.
Yeah. Do you know who ran the fastest?
Probably Brett. No way it was you.
Yeah, struck me again. No. I think I did. I actually don't remember. I think I did. I definitely did not have the
If you don't
longest-
remember, that means we need to run it back.
Should we?
It's up to you, Mr. Sports
I
Director.
mean, next week it'll be after the Combine had happened. Yeah, maybe we'll set up another little Combine. It was also, it was really convenient. The time we recorded last year was like 45 degrees.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could have done it in LA.
You do outside the snow.
We could have done that in LA. Dang it. That's all right. Then it would have just been me doing it, and you guys would have missed out on the Combine experience. But yeah, the Combine is occurring this week. How many people are going to watch it live on television? Probably nobody, but everyone's going to see what happened by watching it on social media, which is what everyone did for the Olympics. And that's not true. I mean, I watched a little bit at the end, but anyways, that's probably about it. Obviously, we're in a little bit of, transitioning out of basketball and hockey here for D3, but March Madness is coming up pretty soon. I have no clue how anyone's doing besides the Badgers have been doing pretty well.
19-8 beat Iowa yesterday.
Hey, okay. Also, I'm going to take a quick shot at Iowa. As funny as it was that you beat UW-Platteville like 25-3, why are you scheduling games with a D3, like a D3 college? Like, what are you doing? That's the
what?
dumb. You didn't hear about that?
Iowa's playing.
So the University of Iowa,
Yeah.
in baseball, played. I'm not sure if it was spring training or preseason. I think it was like the season. They played UW-Platteville.
Do they want to lose?
They won 25-3
That's
or
my
28-3. You're good. Yeah, they killed him, but like no one's clowning on Platteville. I mean, I will a little bit because it's Platteville. But like, are we like? What's the point of that?
Why is it actually counting towards your record? That's just
I don't know if
game.
I don't know if it does. I just saw that they played them, and I saw some of the highlights, and I'm like, that's not even fair. Anyways, I think that's about it. Again, we got the NFL Combine coming up, and then free agency's in a couple weeks. So really quick, did you see who is on the NFL's list? Who was number one available free agent?
I did. Malik Willis, baby.
How? Malik Willis is good. Is he the best free agent?
they're just doing it based off of what he was able to do in the short amount of playing time he got, which, I mean, he did impress.
Oh, yeah, he was great. But, like,
But number one might be a bit of a stretch.
Might be pushing a little bit. Also, we have to consider the fact, like, how he didn't start a ton of games. Like, he'll still be good. But also, did you see that we might get something out of it? I think I saw something where we can get a number 3 compensatory pick, which would
Round
be
3?
Yeah.
If somebody
snags Malik Willis, which would be
that'd be
really
clutch.
awesome. So please,
we don't have our first round pick this year, please.
Miami, don't subject him to Cleveland. I heard that's a rumor. Don't go to the
No.
Browns. That's not fair. Anyways, that'll be all from us here today. It was nice coming back. Thank you, Ben, for holding down the fort last week. You, CJ Munster, and my son Carlos did a great job. Cole, thank you for coming on the show this week. Thank you, everyone who helped out, who's in the fishbowl. So Lexi, Reagan, Ben, and Kelsey. That is all for today's episode. I have been Jacob Spoerl, and from all of us here at SportsPoint, we'll see you next time.